All right, welcome back to SoFlo TV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. So, man, check this out. So, I'm one of them that advocate for. I feel like, say, there are so many guns on the island of Jamaica that are illegal guns that the suggestion from people that are saying that the police them should find all the guns and round up all the illegal guns or have a gun buyback program. I don't think that's a viable solution. Because, a gunman now sell them gun. They're going to hold on to the guns. So who exactly is going to turn over guns for money? And even if they are offering a large sum of money for a gun, whoever is turning over illegal weapon will probably have one or two more stashed somewhere else, or have a link to where they can get one back right away if they need one. There are so many illegal guns there that it's not even funny. And a lot of the time, some of these guns are stolen. So they have a thing in Jamaica that's called, in case you didn't know, that's called, you have a licensed gun, we want it. So it's taking guns from civilians who have licensed authority to have their weapon. So when I make these suggestions that the government makes, the FLA makes the process a bit speedier, and the fees a bit more attainable, and open some training courses and more ranges across the island so that they can educate civilians and get them their weapons and have them trained to use it. People said, no, so flow. I bait up the people them because here what? Once bad man find out, say, you have your license gun, you yourself become a target. And right now, state of emergency just kick off. Today, I'm talking about in the wake of a teacher that was killed on school compound, and it seems to have to do with his licensed gun. Alright, so according to the Gleaner right now, I didn't say welcome to SoFlo TV, everybody. It's your host with the most. I'm saying it now. According to the Gleaner right now, today is Sunday, January 26th. And the story in the Gleaner right now says that the police have confirmed that a male teacher was killed during a confrontation with gunmen on Windward Road in East Kingston yesterday evening. East Kingston is now under a state of emergency, which was announced a short while ago by Prime Minister Andrew Holness. The Gleaner understands that the shooting took place at the Vauxhall High School. The teacher has been identified as 36-year-old Carl Samuels of a Portmore, St. Catherine address, and he was a licensed firearm holder. He had managed to kill one of his attackers in the process. 19-year-old Romain Panton, a canteen worker of Miller Terrace in Kingston 16, is who he killed in the process. So this 19-year-old was one of them who were involved in the attack and lost his life at the hands of the school teacher, who defended himself using his legal firearm, but also lost his life in the process. Stick with this story because it's going to get really interesting. All right, we have some information out there floating in the air. We're going to talk about it. So, Elliston Road Police says that about 7:35 p.m., Samuels and another man were in the process of closing up the school compound when they were pounced upon by two armed men. Watch the details. I'm going to tell you something later. Two armed men. So here they were, close up the school gate, you close up the main office, now you close up school gate and you're heading out. They were in the process of heading out and the men pounced upon them. Two armed men. The men opened fire at them. Samuels pulled his licensed pistol and traded bullets with the men that were opening fire. When the shooting was over with, Samuels and Panton, the 19-year-old, and the school teacher Samuels were both seen with gunshot wounds at the scene. They were taken to the hospital where both of them were pronounced dead. The second gunman, he escaped in the area, and it is not clear if he was injured. The police says that no one else was injured during the attack and that Samuel's licensed firearm was retrieved at the scene. I don't know how the police can say no one else was injured when they're saying it was not clear if the guy that escaped was injured or not. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, we're not, that's not the detail we want to dwell on. So we forward now, somebody send us this and say, so Flo, see some of the information here that you might need. So we forward over on a pink wall, and then there is this correspondence going on. Somebody says, I have just received news that Carl Samuels, the teacher at the school, was shot and killed on the compound earlier this evening. The news is that he was on the compound and he was attacked by a group. He managed to kill one of them. However, Carl, the teacher, was shot and he died on his way to the hospital. Here's a little bit more about him. He is the grade 11 coordinator, and he is also husband to one of the vice principals, a drama teacher who appears in several Jamaican plays and commercials. Our condolences to his immediate family and the Vauxhall family. And then there was this piece right here. Somebody say, how him kill the attacker. And next person say, him use his licensed firearm. Right? I over pink wall me there, you know. Him use his licensed firearm. So the person replied back and said, to kill innocent people. And another person said, they came for his licensed gun. Them never did go kill him if him just give them the gun and make them go on with the gun. And then the person replied and said, and him was just supposed to give them and get in a problem. And he must give them and get in a problem. You know a lot. The person replied back, at least he would be alive. A Kirk me living now. Them still never had to kill him. Make him go on. Why uno come for him for? The same person replied, he shot the youth first. So the next youth shot him and kill him. God no. Somebody said, God no, and the person replied, yep. So the scenario that is out there on more than one platform floating in the air is actually that they came for the licensed firearm, and when them stick them up, them say, yo, run the gun there, give me your gun. Your licensed firearm, I to come for, we want it. Well, teacher pop off and start fire. Bye. Teacher actually shot one of the guys that came, and the other guy, the same partner, got shot and ended up shooting the teacher and killing the teacher as well. And that is how that went down. It's a sad case that's how the man lost his life. It's a sad story that even as a school teacher, you need a licensed firearm. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people are going to say, so Flo, you can't go on the talk. In America, you live which part them have a whole lot of mass shootings. The teacher them in there need gun too. Because if they had a gun, they probably could shoot some of these people who walk up in the school and shoot up a whole bunch of people. And I'm not going to deny that myself. But what I will say is this. I've already tackled that topic on my platform. I am really not for a teacher having a gun, because we have seen teachers lose control. The other day we just saw a teacher pick up and body slam a student. Body slam the student, pick the student back up, uppercut the student, punch up in face. The student looked like he was fighting for their life. Now mind you, adolescent is a time in life where some adolescent can be, they must smell themselves. They can be really out of line. So they can say some things that will, as a disciplinarian and an adult, you're going to feel like, who the hell are you talking to? You're not addressing me. But being a teacher, you should be of a different caliber to where you can handle this without getting physical with a student in an all-out brawl boxing match with a student. Now, we've even seen cases where these students, some of them big like big man, and put hands on the teacher, and the teacher get thump up on these things, punch, kick, and teacher is forced to defend themselves. Now, I've seen the teacher get into a whole boxing match with a student. In a case like that, the teacher was able to fight off the student until security, because schools have security, so the security got there. in time and quell the matter. Now, in that case, what if a teacher decides, yo, I have my gun on me. So as soon as this student put his hands on me, bow, blow off his face in the classroom. Or shoot and miss and end up hitting another student that had nothing to do with the situation in the first place. You see what I'm saying? So it's a double-edged sword. We have mass shooters who I do believe that if the teacher was equipped and trained, that the teacher could defend. But usually when the mass shooter them come in, the first person them shoot is the teacher, you know. So maybe if while the teacher is engaged in the mass shooter, everybody else can duck, get low, and get away. I don't know. It's a tough call to make. It's sad globally when you're a teacher and you need a gun though. It's crazy that people out there think this is one way to get a gun, is to strip a licensed firearm holder of their weapon. Oh, the boy is soft. A school teacher, man, come and go feet and go confront this man for his gun. Obviously, they were lay-waiting him and they had some idea as to what time he would close up the school compound, and then they had a chance to attack, right? It's a sad situation. And shortly following after this situation, it was announced by the Prime Minister that East Kingston in Jamaica is now under state of emergency. And you know we're going in a state of emergency. Enough people are going to get called up and locked up, and will probably be in a lockup for weeks and months to come with no charges against them and all this other kind of stuff, which people have argued as well, just breed more anger in a people and all these other things. But we have got to come to some type of a solution. Now, the thing that I've been calling for all this time, let's see if it was available. So here we have a school, right? A government institution, Vauxhall High School. Were there CCTVs around that property? Yes or no? You see what I say? And I've been calling for this for the longest. All government properties and all main roads, at least a start, CCTVs are needed. Now, of course, you have some idiot people. SoFlo TV, you're going like you're idiot. CCTV can stop crime. CCTV cannot stop crime, SoFlo. No one is saying CCTV is going to stop crime, people. What we're saying is that the crime situation is out of control. And these criminals, they know that more than likely they will not be caught. So they are emboldened to continue doing what they're doing. I am all for bringing back the death penalty and stiffer penalties for these types of crimes. But we must ensure that we are catching the right people. CCTV don't need to be hidden in court because they fear for retribution. Like how them have to hide witnesses or make up stuff and we don't even know if there's really a witness there. The CCTV will tell it all. So CCTVs with a central monitoring point, when they break out that CCTV in court, is this you? And it's in you in high definition. There's nothing you can say other than, yes, I'm me. Plead guilty. You understand? And then we can say, okay, we're absolutely sure it was him, broke him neck, right? Or life in prison without the possibility of parole. And at hard labor. That means every day them have chain upon them foot, a swing, a hoe, a machete, something, a clean up the whole of Jamaica, beautifying the island for real, picking up garbage, whatever they're doing to make the country beautiful. Broke rock stone for build new building and all these things. This is what we call hard labor. Right? But we can't get to that yet until we are able to fully say, yes, it was him. Not hearsay from another criminal say it was this one because they want less time or favors behind bars. See them on CCTV? It's a wrap. So let me close this video by saying this. In the wake of this school teacher losing his life and the rumors surrounding that they actually came for his licensed firearm, the Prime Minister of Jamaica has announced that East Kingston is now under state of emergency. We'll stay close to this one and see how it develops and what happens next. It's SoFlo TV. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me what you think about this whole CCTV thing, especially around schools and government buildings and all major roadways. I'm out. Peace.